the way of an anti-social group. A cultural perspective sheds even additional light on our Johannine ancestors in the faith. The shock of excommunication from the synagogue transformed the Johannine Jesus group into an antisocial group, a antisocial surrogate family. Anti-society is the technical term which describes such a group, one that sets itself up within a society as a conscious alternative to it, to the larger society. Social scientists observe that the posture of an anti-society group, this posture, is always transitional, even if the transition takes a couple hundred years. This Jesus group's use of the word the world, hokosmos, 79 times in John, compared to only 9 times in Matthew and 3 times in each Luke and Mark, is a clear indicator of the us versus them mentality. Such peculiar use of language characterizes all antisocial groups. This strategy sharply separates the group from larger society, but binds the group members into tight-knit relationships among themselves and with their founder. Vidi well of these slides, my good droogies. John uses a wide variety of synonyms to encourage and express this bonding. Believing into Jesus, following Jesus, abiding in Jesus, loving Jesus, keeping His word. They're all the same thing. They all mean the same thing. He's got too many words to express the same thing. Dead giveaway that he's an anti-society writing an anti-language. As the Johannine scholar, the late great Father Raymond Brown notes, such activity can persuade believers to retreat from the world into their warm and cozy cocoon of life. Or it could inspire such believers to go forth and evangelize the world, seeing it as a dying place, as a dark storm at night in which we in our group are the lighthouse and we have to drag people out of the ocean in. Father Brown criticizes both these responses. The former as a fortress mentality, but he criticizes the latter as a naive view. All believers must come to grips with disagreement and rejection from the world and devise constructive rather than self-defeating responses to both. My friends, all we have left of the Johannine Jesus group is their literature. They went extinct because they couldn't overcome this. You got to be very careful. If you're a so-called Bible Christian and you want to base yourself on like 1 John and the Gospel of John, you're not going to last very long. The beloved disciple died. What happened to his community after he died? It started to disintegrate into multiple Johannine communities. On the other end of the spectrum would be Constantinian Christians, where you, the emperor, is converted, and you become so at one with the world that you're indistinguishable from it. You look just like the Roman Empire. Would you say that that's a problem too? In media stat virtus, in the middle is virtue. Any thoughts or questions or issues? That how you want to be as a community? That's what we become when we either, one, make ourselves into a fortress mentality and hide ourselves out from the world because we're so anti-world, or two, we got to go to this campus where they're learning all these horrible things and save these people. We become, like in the story on the wall there, the monkey who's trying to save the fish, from drowning. Why are you saving the fish from drowning? Well, monkey salvation not good for fish. You become irrelevant both ways.
The way you simply say a lot of times when this group started disintegrating, members of the Johannine group got absorbed into other groups.
A little bit, but that's the same way.
That's the way the focus got saved, because they moved like, me and you, we have a fight. I leave here.
Yeah.
But I got some of your ideas.
Sure.
And I walk over.
And I don't understand those ideas. I recontextualize them. I got your words, but I didn't have your meanings. I recontextualize it.
And I go over down to this other church, and I say, look at this, let's read this. This is really good stuff.
Right.
And that's what eventually happened.
Yes. Through the Gnostics, by the way, it wasn't that pretty. First, some Gnostic groups got a hold of it. They didn't understand it. It got preserved in a weird way. But yeah, that ultimately what you just described happened. Yeah.
Wasn't the group attachment so strong to their own families that whole families went over to Jesus' group?
Originally it didn't happen like that, because you see again and again in the Gospels, Mary, I don't think Jesus, the Lucan Jesus, right? What does he say? Don't think I came to bring peace on earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. I will set a father against his son and a mother against her daughter. Right? Remember he goes into all that spiel? Clearly there were in the first generations, Luke is remembering, in the first wave, the terrible divisions and schisms that happened inside family units. Jesus himself got separated from Nazareth. That's where Mark remembers that wonderful chapter 3 from.
You know, in retrospect, you could say that Jesus was a catalyst for the breakdown of that type of family.
But you see, here's the thing. The Jesus of the Synoptics does not divorce himself from Israel. Okay? He wants to restore Israel, and his Jesus movement is about declaring the forthcoming theocracy. That's not countercultural. That's very much cultural. He just counterstructural turns things on their heads. Like honorable, yes, honor is the most important thing, but honorable are the poor. Honorable are the meek. Honorable are those who mourn. Honorable are those who are helpless. They're the ones who are really honorable. And God's going to show you in theocracy. And Paul kind of continues that. He says, yeah, and Jesus is now risen Lord, and soon he's going to return to inaugurate that theocracy. And the Petrine groups too. But the Johannine Jesus group, not interested in theocracy. They have already reached a point in their development where they're like, no, we experience the risen Lord now. We don't need a kingdom. He descends again and again from Sky Vault and gives us the goods available from the Father exclusively to this group. Hey, thanks for watching. Just continue the playlist for the next part of the study. If you have further questions, this is good. They will get addressed, so keep watching. If you found value, please subscribe, like, and share. As always, questions, comments, and criticisms are most welcome. God bless you.